Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nemesis, to what promises to be one of the hottest episodes that we have ever put out here on Twitch. And well, the reason is quite simple. As y'all saw last week, Goktak remains the Nemesis champion. And even though he is the warlord, I can guarantee you that man is not undefeatable, even though that's what he claims. We have seen the likes of FJA, we've seen the likes of Drake Harrison, we've seen the likes of Brian be able to defeat this warlord, so to speak. And last week, Tommy Hazard made the announcement that Ghoul's next challenge is going to be in an 8-man elimination match at Merry Mayhem. Well, I'm here to let you know who the last 4 opponents are going to be. Drake Harrison and Samuel Black, you two have been incredible over the past few weeks. And I know you guys are going to settle your score here later today, but that's not going to be the final time y'all see each other in the ring. You two are being entered into the championship match. For the last two, we're going to do something interesting. As y'all know, later on today, you're going to see Brandon and Alex PEREZ in their first face-off in their best-of-3 series. And let's sweeten the pot a little bit, shall we? Tonight, the winner of that matchup is going to be entered into the championship match at Merry Mayhem. And Connor and Alexander, you two are finally going to go off one-on-one against each other in the main event here tonight. The winner of that match is going to claim the final spot at Merry Mayhem. Good luck, gentlemen.
It's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts, cause I'm too lost. Off the speakers can't even handle me. Giving what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy. And I will never stop, I'm motivated by enemies. Setting up shop so everybody remember me. And no, I am not going through life regretfully. I'd rather work non-stop, what they call incessantly, than work some odd job just to live life pleasantly. Already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy, I'm getting with all forgotten souls, so stop, drop, and roll. You lost all control and pop off your balls. I got squat, I fall, I'm not bought, I'm sold. My stock rocks, it's gold. Hey, knock, knock, she home, it's shit, talk to close. I ain't stopping though, it's hip-hop, you know, or is it rock and roll? I'm not dropping down, no, my pocket's grown. You can't stop the show, so get rockin' on. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live with episode 418 of Nemesis. I'm the CEO of Star Gemmer LLC, Jay Scott, and I'm joined by the chairman of CWL. Mr. Chairman, are you excited for this absolutely stacked show we've got, especially after that amazing announcement you just made?
I mean, you heard it there on the screen. I told the people exactly that they're getting what they want, and today we're going to find out just who the last 4 contenders are going to be for that championship match at Merry Mayhem. But speaking of titles, one Alex Clark here wants to one-up the current Twitch champion, TJ Black, and doing his own open challenge. Who do you think it's going to be?
I have no idea, but quite frankly, I could not be more excited to find out. Here we go with our opening match of Nemesis happening right now. I can't wait.
The opening match of Nemesis is set for 1 fall. Introducing first, weighing 203 pounds, from London, England, Alex Clark.
Now here comes Alex Clark, still donning that the tape on his on his belly area. I can't think today. You've got me all kinds of messed up today, Jay Scott. But this guy is going to be the number one contender for the Twitch Championship at Merry Mayhem. Honestly, as a competitor, do you think he has any chance of taking that championship away from TJ Black?
Now look, Alex Clark, I mean look, if he has been taking tips from his wife, our undefeated Nemesis Women's Champion, he very well might have a shot. TJ Black was very dominant in his victory over Ryan Quinn back at Shadowband, I believe, for that Twitch Championship. But I believe he has yet to defend it. Am I correct?
I'm not quite sure, but he did defeat Alexander about 2-3 weeks ago, I want to say, and he absolutely just put him to sleep, pretty much how he's been putting everybody to sleep.
And you've got to think that Alex Clark, he does not have a lot of, submission maneuvers in his arsenal. He does have the poetry of silence, but aside from that, he's basically restricted to grapples, so you got to think that that'll hurt him in a potential contest against our reigning Twitch champion.
Well, whichever way it goes, we know that Alex Clark has been very game against TJ Black. After TJ Black did his open challenge, Alex Clark was like, you know what, I'm going to one-up you, and did one himself. But we're about to find out who's going to answer that challenge.
And entering his open challenge, weighing 150 pounds, from Tijuana, Mexico, Dr. Wrestling Jr.
With new music, new confidence, and a new number one contendership to his name, this is a brand new Dr. Wrestling Jr. that we're seeing here today. Jay Scott, now that we know who has answered Alex Clark's open challenge, how do you feel about this matchup?
Now look, Dr. Wrestling Jr. is an absolute treat to watch. I'm personally thrilled that he is the one coming out to answer Alex Clark's open challenge. These are two dynamic, exciting competitors, and I think that when they're going to meet in this CWL ring, magic is going to happen. I think that we have brought to you a fantastic opening match for Nemesis, and I think this might be a great opportunity for both of these competitors to kind of establish momentum as they go on to their various challenges. Alex Clark for that Twitch Championship, and Dr. Wrestling Jr. for that 8-man elimination match at Merry Mayhem for the Nemesis Heavyweight Championship.
You know, we talk about the contenderships a lot, but you're right. This is actually contender versus contender, as one goes for the Twitch Championship, the other one for the Nemesis Championship. This is a pay-per-view match happening right here on Nemesis, and I'm very excited. As now the referee gets ready, he has rolled inside the ring. Both competitors are ready. Jay Scott, can you feel the electricity in the air?
I certainly can. This is another electric night here in CWL as these two get ready to clash. And Alex Clark looking to start it off huge with a big boot, but Dr. Wrestling Jr. able to drive that elbow right into the knee. And now taking it over with a hammerlock. And wrenching on that arm and elbow. That'll make it very difficult for Alex Clark to lift up Dr. Wrestling Jr. for that Lucifer's Creed, which relies on a lot of arm strength as Dr. Wrestling Jr., oh my goodness, looking to continue with a Hurricane Rana, but Alex Clark able to reverse into that alley-oop drop and looking to pick him up, suplex.
Alex Clark trying to get in the driver's seat here for the first time in this matchup. Now, we know Dr. Wrestling Jr. is a former Twitch champion. He's a former Nemesis champion. This guy has pretty much accomplished everything that there is to do here inside the CWL. Oh, but hold on. Alex Clark rolls him up. He's got him all covered, too. Oh, but he almost stole the win right there, Dr. Wrestling Jr., just with enough energy there to be able to kick out of that precarious position. But yeah, Dr. Wrestling Jr. is one of the most talented individuals we've had here in the entire company over 4 seasons. What kind of mentality do you have to have for Alex Clark if you want to win this matchup?
I mean, look, you've got to have a determined one, and most importantly, you've got to have a little bit of a tricky one. As he comes around with that huge leaping discus knee. Congratulations for Alex Clark for landing that blow right to the side of the jaw of Dr. Wrestling Jr. He might need to have a little bit of dental reconstructive surgery after that, which I'm sure he knows a lot about with his PhD and all. But earlier you said that roll-up would have been stealing a victory, and I completely disagree. When you manage to land a roll-up pin on someone and score a victory, that's not stealing a win, all right? That is using your technical mastery, your craftiness, your in-ring psychology to get the edge over your opponent, all right? That is as fair a way to win this match as any other way. Like count out, Okay, I love a good count-out win. It's one of my favorite kinds.
Win is a win is a win, right?
I always say that, and it continues to be true, Mr. Chairman, as Dr. Wrestling Jr. looking to get a win of his own as he follows up with this huge sunset flip powerbomb.
That sunset flip powerbomb definitely connects, and now Dr. Wrestling Jr. goes right into the pin as the referee gets in position, and only a 1 count right there as Alex Clark manages to push away the Doctor. But now Dr. Wrestling Jr. is going to continue the assault as he gets him up for a power slam. Oh, hold on. Alex Clark is able to counter. Gets the punch to the face. Oh, here we go. We've seen this from Alex Clark before.
Final destination German suplex. Absolutely spiking the back of the neck of Dr. Wrestling Jr. But now perhaps looking to follow it up with something even more devastating. Uh-oh. Picking up for that Lucifer's Creed. The Flatliner.
That Lucifer's Creed definitely connected, and it did all the damage it needed to. Dr. Wrestling Jr. is in a bad spot as the referee is right there. 1, 2. But no, Dr. Wrestling Jr. kicks out.
I am shocked that Dr. Wrestling Jr. was able to kick out of that devastating combination of wrestling offense.
As now Alex Clark has to start working on the legs here of Dr. Wrestling Jr. Now, what does that do for you if you're facing somebody new for the first time and they kick out of your best shot?
Well, personally, look, it would rattle me. It would rattle me a little bit. If I nailed the Star Jammer on someone and they kicked out after the count of 2, I would start thinking, what in the hell do I have to do to put away a competitor like that? But Alex Clark showed no hesitation, immediately following up. Oh, hold on. But Dr. Wrestling Jr. maybe looking for the patient's moonsault here. And he nails it.
As we see the crowd get up on their feet, this is exactly why they love Dr. Wrestling Jr. And this is why he's become such a fan favorite over the 4 years that he's been here. The crowd is chanting PhD. Oh, but hold on. He missed with that doctor's orders.
And he was able to come around. He was looking, of course, for that 1%. But, the apple a day there. And, oh my goodness, missing the drop kick as Alex Clark looks to follow up, but hooks him up with the neck breaker to Dr. Wrestling Jr. And devastating, another attack right to the legs. And following up with that cutter, as I was saying before, after Alex Clark was not able to put down Dr. Wrestling Jr. with that Lucifer's Creed, he immediately followed up and started working on the legs, which is what Dr. Wrestling Jr. uses for almost all of his moves. He needs that leg strength to lift him up for the general anesthesia, for the apple a day. Everything he does requires a lot of leg power. And so by focusing on the legs, by targeting his ability to move, his ability to lift, he's really making it very difficult for Dr. Wrestling Jr. to get a win in this matchup.
Now here we see Alex Clark just kind of going for, just trying to choke out the life out of Dr. Wrestling Jr., but he's setting up for something here. Perhaps are we about to see a second Lucifer's Creed here? As he starts getting him in position, flips him up in that gory position, and here we go. Jay Scott, are you ready?
And now he kicked out of it once, but quite frankly, I don't think he can do it again. Dr. Wrestling Jr. is going to be put down for the 3 count here after another Lucifer's Creed. And Alex Clark won that one in pretty decisive fashion. Congratulations to the #1 contender for that Twitch championship.
And now definitely he's going to start putting his eyes towards TJ Black. As we know, the Twitch champion is always watching. And that's going to be a very competitive and hot matchup for Merry Mayhem in just 2 weeks, Jay. 2 weeks!
2 weeks away. I can't wait. I mean, the card is stacked from top to bottom, and we got a little taste of what we're going to see here with two of the people on that card, you know, coming at it in fantastic singles action right here on Nemesis.
There we see us after that Lucifer's Creed connected in the middle of that ring. The first one was the one where Dr. Wrestling Jr. was able to kick out. He came back, he gave the people the moonsault, but unfortunately it wasn't enough, as now we see Alex Clark just kind of surveying the job. Oh, hold on, that's TJ Black!
Oh my god, TJ Black hitting that Black Plague spinning kick right across the side of the jaw. That is tough right there. And now tossing a table, or looking to set up a table on the outside, perhaps.
Right here in front of us, there is a table. Oh, but hold on. Alex Clark Possibly going outside. Oh, and it's like that through the table.
Oh my goodness, absolutely shattering that table using the body of TJ Black. And what an excellent taste of what we're going to get at Merry Mayhem as Alex Clark celebrates maybe a little bit of one-upsmanship here.
It looked like TJ Black was trying to come in and possibly disrupt Alex Clark's celebration there. But Alex Clark got the last laugh as he was able to put TJ Black through a table.
He was indeed. Oh my goodness. Valkyrie making her CWA debut this week. I mean, as much fun as that was to talk about, that absolutely spine-chilling beatdown there, we've got a huge call-up. Someone, quite frankly, that I can't stand, Valkyrie, looking to go one-on-one against Noelle Park.
You know, we found out last week at the conclusion of the show that Valkyrie was coming, and now, just 1 week later, she's here, she's ready, and Nemesis is all primed and ready to go.
The following match is set for one fall. Introducing first, Valkyrie!
And the inaugural Queen of Genesis, Valkyrie, making her main roster debut here, striding down the ramp here on Nemesis. Noelle Park, of course, an excellent competitor to start off against. I think Valkyrie, you know, as much as I have some personal animosity towards her, given the fact that she stole that Queen of Genesis, or that Genesis logo t-shirt modeling contract right under me from, the noses of Star Drummer LLC, I think that, she's a fantastic in-ring competitor, and I think she's going to offer us a pretty excellent matchup here.
She wasn't the inaugural champion for no reason at all whatsoever, as we see everybody here on Nemesis is already behind Valkyrie. And honestly, I haven't felt this excited about somebody coming up to Nemesis in such a long time.
And here we go, Valkyrie celebrating her, the fans love to hear it. I can barely hear myself over all this noise, but the question is, will she be able to capitalize with a big victory here against Noelle Park?
And her opponent, representing the Fatal Vices, weighing 131 pounds, from Los Angeles, California, Noelle Park.
Well, now a lot of people will look at this match and they're going to see the fact that Noelle Park maybe does not have the best track record as of late, but she does still have the influence of the Fatal Vices behind her, as she is the embodiment of sloth. If I was Valkyrie, I would not take this match easily. She is the inaugural champion for a reason, but that doesn't mean that you can rest on your laurels. At the end of the day, you want to be the best competitor out there, and your accolades will not get you there. Your current moment and the current match you're in will.
I could not agree more, Mr. Chairman. As great as someone's past accomplishments were, Valkyrie has to focus now on blazing a new trail here on Nemesis if she wants to maybe get a shot at that Nemesis Women's Championship. But she'll have to start here in a tough contest against Noelle Park. Oh my goodness, following up huge with that Kotaro Crusher.
Oh, she's already going for the pinfall. Is that going to be it? It's Valkyrie just defeated Noelle Park. Oh my God. So close. It was a 2 count, Jay.
I thought that was it. I thought Noelle Park was about to be defeated in record time by Valkyrie, the newest star here on Nemesis, as she hangs her up on the middle rope, maybe looking to follow up with something big, getting some momentum off the ropes and following up with that huge, oh my goodness, dropping the leg right across the back of the neck, pushing the rope right into the throat of Noelle Park, cutting off the blood, cutting off the air, making it very difficult for Noelle Park to get any momentum, even with that rocky start that she's had so far. We're looking to fight back, clubbing blow across the front. Valkyrie follows up with that devastating super kick to the gut and that high knee strike.
And now here, Valkyrie, we see her in just complete control, just showing exactly Noelle Park why she was the first champion in Genesis here. But it looks like Noelle Park is starting to get back into this as she clotheslines her over the top to the outside.
And looking to stomp her there. But, dodging the drop kick and sliding back in at the same time, getting two things done at once. Maybe not the right opportunity to taunt, as Valkyrie is slammed with that Michinoku driver at the hands of Noelle Park.
And then Noelle Park picks up Valkyrie, sends her over to the ropes, ducks underneath. Oh, and she catches her with that drop kick right there. An interesting variation of a drop kick, as now Noelle Park gets in the driver's seat and she starts cranking on that arm of Valkyrie.
And the question is, will this be enough to kind of unseat the woman who has all this momentum behind her? Valkyrie, especially someone who is as slothful as Noelle Park. What's she looking for here? Oh, high kick right to the side of the head. And oh my goodness, spiking her. That is one of the most deadly looking German suplexes I've seen in a long time.
But it seems to have not affected Valkyrie, or maybe she's just not letting on, as we see now Valkyrie trying to go back up. Oh, but that forearm completely just diminishes all the momentum that she was trying to build.
It's got to be tough when you're, starting to build some momentum like that, and then you just get cut off with, an absolutely devastating maneuver. But Noelle Park looking to follow up on Valkyrie with this series of suplexes. And now you got to think she's going to look for something big here. Raccoon swing.
That raccoon swing almost won her the Openweight Championship at one point. Has it put away Valkyrie here? No, Valkyrie kicks out right before the 3 count. You can already see it right there in Noelle's face. The disbelief, the fact that Valkyrie just kicked out of that maneuver right there. But it looks like she's gearing up for a second one here.
And oh my goodness, Deadly Orchid. And look, Valkyrie put up a great fight in the opening moments of this matchup, but there's no way that she can overcome able to kick out of the Deadly Orchid. How is that even possible? After all the offense she's sustained right now, I'm at a loss for words.
Well, it looks like Valkyrie is showing exactly why she was the inaugural Genesis champion, as now she's trying to come back and continue the assault on Noelle Park. Drop toe hold right there. Valkyrie setting up though. The STF is locked in. Valkyrie's got the STF locked in. If Noelle Park taps here, Valkyrie has won her debut matchup. But hold on, it looks like Noelle Park is able to get out here.
Not quite enough from the inaugural Queen of Genesis, and she looks to follow up with a series of forearms. And now what's she looking for here? Locking her up, hammerlock DDT, spiking the crown of her head right on the canvas here, and pinning her right in the center of that Nemesis logo. And Valkyrie with a debut victory, congratulations.
An emphatic statement sent by Valkyrie. We saw her do great things on Genesis, but now she's here on Nemesis, and quite frankly, we may have just found the next breakout talent who's going to take the world by storm.
The winner of the match, Valkyrie!
And a great win from Valkyrie. Look, she's here from Valhalla as she claims, and now she's emphatically scored a victory over Noelle Park, fighting out of her best shots. I mean, what a matchup, and what a debut match for Valkyrie there. Congratulations. Oh, but here comes Raimondo. Now, we know he's been having his fair share of issues with Zach Anderson. Perhaps he has some words to say after losing that tables match to him in pretty decisive fashion.
Well, we do know that Ken Warlock has reprimanded Raimondo in the backstage area. I don't know if you've heard those rumors or not, but Raimondo seems to be in a little bit of trouble with the Fatal Vices as of late. And, you know, Ken Warlock is a pretty sadistic individual.
Zachary Anderson, you think you make monkey out of Great Raimondo? You think you beat Raymondo? You think Raymondo by spotting incognito out of shape for feeling Monarch Vice, no? You did not beat Raymondo. You just break wood. You know pin Raymondo. Raymondo no say bye-bye match. Raymondo is not died. Zachary must kill Raymondo or join Raymondo. Join Vice, Zachary Anderson.
Wow, Raymondo, you're braver than I thought. You challenged me. That takes a lot of guts. And for once, Raymondo, for once, I'll agree with you. I didn't beat you. I only put you through a table. So I'll give you your match. But this time, Raymondo, we do it on my terms.
Your terms? You sure you don't want to just join Vice? Raymondo is hunky ham fights. You know this true. Zachariah's Vice sound good. Oh, please don't make Raymondo go back Kenneth's Vice without Zachary Anderson's Vice. You've been beaten by Raymondo Vice, then Kenneth Vice, and Raymondo get beat by Kenneth Vice too for not bring Anderson tonight. Please, Anderson. Please, Zachary Vice.
Okay, Raymondo. I'll give you a chance. I know what position you're in right now. I know you don't want to fail the man you look up to. Fine. If you can beat me in a 1-versus-1 match at Merry Mayhem, I will join you. I will join your little cult. But if you lose to me, Raymondo, if you lose to me again, you get declared killed in action. Permanently declared as killed in action. What do you say, Raymondo? Are you up to it? Are you willing to take that risk? Or are you going to run with your tail between your legs?
This ends up mayhem. Raymondo no need worry about what happened. Raymondo never lose, Anderson. You remember? This end Merry May. Raymondo go back Kennedy Vice and tell him Zacharias Anderson will join Pickle Vice. Or it be the end of Zedison. Don't need worry. It's so simple. Raymondo win, happy Campbell. Zedison lose and becomes I-Fight. Or Raymondo kill you in action.
Raymondo, you don't understand. I will never let my father down. This ends at Merry Mayhem.
Oh my goodness, nailing him with the rolling elbow. It looks like it's the midnight hour for Raymondo there, as Zach Anderson looks to continue his momentum going into that one-on-one matchup at Merry Mayhem. My goodness.
Well, as we heard Raymondo say that if Zach Anderson loses at Merry Mayhem, Zach Anderson is going to have to join the Fatal Vices. It's a vice that I don't know about.
In my experience with the Fatal Vices, logic is not their strong suit, but villainy certainly is. And what a stipulation to add as we look on to our next matchup here with Brandon versus Alex Perez. I mean, going from two hard-hitting competitors to two just technical masters, Brandon and Alex Perez, this is something I'm really looking forward to, I gotta admit.
The following match is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Moline, Illinois, Brandon.
Well, here comes Brandon, and honestly, Jay, I can tell you right now that this guy must be incredibly excited over the breaking news that we just had earlier. Whenever we announced this matchup, it was supposed to be just the beginning of the best-of-3 series between these two men. But now, the stakes have been raised. Brandon and Alex Perez are fighting for a spot in that championship match in just 2 weeks at Merry Mayhem. Brandon has been wanting that Nemesis championship ever since he crossed back over here to Nemesis. Now, this is the ultimate opportunity for him to get what he's been looking for, and all that's standing in his way is Alex Perez.
And his opponent, weighing 225 pounds, from San Jose, USA, Alex Perez.
I mean, look, some pretty interesting announcements from the chairman here. You know, not to badmouth you in front of the CWL audience. I mean, although I guess I'm not, because look, every person that you've announced has been someone that I'm excited to see in action. I mean, look, Rook Attack defending that championship, fantastic. I cannot wait to see it. Dr. Wrestling Jr., one of these two men here, either Alex Perez or Brandon, Drake Harrison, Samuel Black, the winner of Alexander versus Connor Gates. I mean, not to mention the others. I mean, it's just looking stacked, and it's got to be one of the matches I'm most excited for on Merry Mayhem. Easily.
Well, it is going to be 8 men. It is going to be elimination, and it is going to be pinfalls and submissions. Literally anything can happen in that matchup, and it's going to be absolute chaos. But at the end of that chaos, the last man standing is going to be the one that walks away with the Nemesis Championship. I can guarantee you right now, if Alex Perez is the one that walks out of this matchup, he is going to be the absolute fan favorite. And there is only one reason why. This man has been in this company for 4 years. He has only had one shot at the Nemesis Championship, and it didn't go his way. But now the fans are behind him. The fans want to see him with that championship, and there is nothing more than the energy that these fans bring to your momentum than when you're right there at the doorstep of greatness.
I agree completely, as Brandon showcases a bit of his power there, tossing Alex Perez across the ring, but Perez is able to fire off with that drop toe hold and hits that clubbing blow across the back, and oh my goodness, needed a face.
And there we see Alex Perez using his speed. This is actually a very rare sight for Alex Perez. Normally, he's a very well-rounded individual, but now he's across the ring from somebody who's much bigger, who has much more power. This is going to be where we want to see Alex Perez's speed. Oh, there it is. It cost him. As I said that, he tried to use his speed, but Brandon caught him in that power slam.
And looking to follow up, tossing him into the corner there. Oh, but Perez fired back with an elbow, looking for that high kick, but Brandon able to catch him with a kick of his own right in the base of the leg. Oh my goodness, picking him up with that tilt-a-whirl sidewalk slam. What a maneuver.
You know, now we're going to have to see what Brandon does in this kind of situation. We have seen Brandon, unfortunately, fold under a lot of pressure before, but this is the one goal that he's been wanting since the beginning of joining Nemesis. Is he going to let the pressure crack him once again, or is he finally going to be able to work through it?
Well, speaking of being cracked, Alex Perez might have cracked Brandon's head like an egg there with that DDT, absolutely spiking him on the crown there. And oh my goodness, wrenching back on the arm, almost pulling Brandon's arm out of his socket. How is he supposed to lift someone up for the heaven-piercing suplexes if he's taken another, oh my goodness, and looking for another one? Oh my god. Absolutely destroying the lifting power of Brandon there.
And now here we see Alex Perez dragging Brandon over, stabs right into the midsection there. But Brandon, I think he was trying to go for some kind of suplex right there, but Alex Perez is able to get out of it, and it gets the reverse neck breaker.
Leaping neck breaker there, and Brandon firing up with a chop block to the back of the leg, but Alex Perez kneeling jawbreaker and a drop kick right to the knee. And now look, these two have been going, very evenly matched so far, but it looks like Alex Perez has a little bit of an idea of what he wants to do next. Big boot connects with the face of Brandon, nailing him right over the top rope there.
Now, this is a very smart idea. Take the big man out. Oh, but hold on. Alex Perez go to the top rope. This is something we don't see quite often, as he's now looking at his target, and he flies off, with that single axe handle, but Brandon is able to get out of the way. And now the fight is going to continue back inside the ring.
And that clubbing blow to the back once again. A lot of strong strikes for Brandon so far in this match. Not a very tactical matchup, as I was predicting when these two were making their entrances. These two, they both want a shot at that Nemesis Championship, and they're not putting on a show for the fans here. They are laying it all on the line so they can get in that elimination matchup.
And now, here's another interesting thing to think about as Brandon plants Alex Perez right there. Let's say that either of these men go into the championship match, and then they win the championship. Is the rest of the series going to be for the championship?
Look, I hadn't even thought of that, but now that you bring it up, that would be a very interesting stipulation to add. These two, they respect each other as competitors, but you got to think that maybe some of that respect would erode as they both covet that championship very, very dearly. But now Brandon's setting up something big.
Brandon possibly getting ready for those heaven-piercing suplexes as he's got Alex Perez in position. There's one. There's two. Brandon rolls through, and the third one plants Alex Perez right there, really close to the center of the ring, as now Brandon could very well be working his way to Merry Mayhem. The referee's right there. 1, 2, but Alex Perez is able to kick out.
So close, but he's able to just do it in the nick of time. He's holding on to this match by a thread, but god damn it, is he holding on. Following up with another kneeling jawbreaker, and that kick right to the gut, bouncing off the ropes for momentum, taking him over with that huge leaping neck breaker.
That Dragon Rush connects, and this could be all she wrote for Brandon, but no, Brandon also kicks out of Alex Perez's Dragon Rush, and both of these men are showing exactly why they deserve to be in that championship match in just 2 weeks.
And looking for perhaps that hammerlock DDT, but Brandon able to catch him, grasping him strongly by the back of the neck and following up, lighting up his chest with those chops.
Now Alex Perez connects with that European uppercut, floats over, gets another neck breaker right there. As we see all of these shots start connecting a little bit more and more, Alex Perez could definitely be weakening the neck enough for maybe another Dragon Rush right here. Flops over. There it is. This could be it.
Dragon Rush. But Brandon able to kick out. Oh my god.
That did not do enough quite yet, as Alex Perez has to keep working towards possibly getting that pinfall here. But it looks like Brandon is not going to give it to him easily. These two are still going to face off possibly 2 more times.
And look, if it's anything like this, I cannot wait to see it. What? Oh my goodness. Whipping him into the corner. Oh, Brandon falling over the whip of his own. Perez able to dodge it. Dodging under that clothesline. Following up with a lariat of his own. What an absolutely hard-hitting matchup this has been so far. And these two are not done yet as he wraps around with that Dragon Blade. And I thought that was the end of the match. You heard me call it. I was so excited for that Dragon Rush. I was like, there's no way Brandon can kick out of this. And now look at perhaps get the pinfall off that Dragon Blade.
And there it is! He got it! Alex Perez has actually defeated Brandon in the first match of this series, and now he's walking into Merry Mayhem as the next contender in that 8-man match.
And the momentum this gives Alex Perez is absolutely undeniable. You gotta think that not only getting the first win in this series, but also getting inserted into that Nemesis elimination matchup. What an exciting development.
the winner of the match, Alex PEREZ.
Congratulations go to Alex PEREZ, as now he is one of the 8 men in that Nemesis Championship match. And we know that this is the guy that says that he's been wanting the Nemesis Championship this year. Now he's literally one step away from accomplishing that goal.
But think of all the steps in that matchup. I mean, he's got to take out 7 other individuals to get his hands on the top prize of Nemesis.
As now we move on, Brandon obviously not very happy with that defeat, as we saw him walk to the back. Next up is his wife in action, and honestly, I don't know who she's going to face. Have you heard anything about this?
I haven't. You know, obviously, I have my people. I hear things, but I don't know exactly. But, you know, if some of the things I've been hearing comes to fruition, I think we could be looking at a very exciting matchup next.
The following match is set for 1 point. Introducing first, weighing 99 pounds, from Tokyo, Japan, April.
And here comes April after failing to have Lightning strike twice at 0 hour against Marilyn Benson and capture that openweight championship. April perhaps looking to redeem herself a little bit in singles competition.
You know, I don't think it's going to be a good day at the Johnson household, if I'm being perfectly honest, because we just saw Brandon lose the first match against Alex PEREZ in, I don't want to say dominant fashion. That was a very close matchup, but we know how competitive Brandon can get. And now we know April was unfortunately not the next openweight champion, as Benson put her down at 0 hour. And now April's back here against an opponent who nobody knows. We literally don't know who's going to come out here next.
I'm very excited to find out.
And her opponent, weighing 185 pounds, from Harlem, New York, the Queen of Harlem, Jada King.
You had yours, Mr. Chairman, and now it's time for one of my favorites on Genesis. Jada King making her Nemesis debut tonight, and I could not be more excited. She is gonna destroy April.
Hold on, did Tommy have to just pull a fast one on me?
I had heard whisperings about this, I had heard rumors, but nothing had been confirmed. I was crossing my fingers and hoping I was gonna see Jada King tonight, and I absolutely have. I cannot wait to see this matchup go down. This is gonna be an adrenaline pumping, spine chilling, bone breaking, flesh tearing, technical, striking, hardcore matchup, and I cannot wait to see it. Let's see these two go at it. Come on!
Well, I can definitely feel the excitement coming from you, J. Scott, as well. The other side of that inaugural championship match was Jada King against Valkyrie, and we saw Jada King have an incredible run where the only time she lost in Genesis was in championship matches. Maybe she's going to be able to carry that energy here to Nemesis, but maybe even be able to win one of the championships here.
You know, that's something that she and April share, of course. Not something that April is able to come up on top of very often, a championship opportunity, as Jada King spikes her with that gut-wrench suplex.
You know, now I actually have to think about it a little bit more. I think I know why this was such a secret to me. We know Alex Mercer is such a great businessman that he's actually the one that represents Jada King. Maybe he just completely surpassed me and went straight to Tommy Hazard to bring Jada King to Nemesis. Alex Mercer is a very smart man.
Alex Mercer and I respect him. I respect his business acumen. I respect his managerial prowess, if you will. And I respect the way that he's watching Jada King kick April's butt all over the CWL arena right now. But April looking to follow up with perhaps a power slam, but Jada King able to reverse into that spiking inverted DDT, slamming the back of April's neck right onto the barely padded concrete, but April able to take over with that arm drag, but Jada King fires back with that super kick right to the gut.
Now, let's analyze this match a little bit more as these two women fight on the outside. What does a win do for April here, having faced the newest Genesis call-up who has been a lot of hype in Genesis?
Well, look. April's trying to redeem herself right now after that championship loss at 0 Hour, all right? Getting a win over one of the hottest Genesis prospects could very well be the thing that gets it for her. Look, I got to be honest, it doesn't look like that victory is in the cards for her, as Jada King is just absolutely dominating her.
And now oh, hold on 1 second. That's exactly how we have seen the layout happen over on Genesis. Has it been enough to put away April?
It looks like Jada King's wary. She's not trying to get the pinfall there. I can't say that I agree with that strategy, as April is able to take over with that dragon screw.
Okay, well, definitely the layout is something that Jada King had planned, but not quite yet. She wants to inflict more pain on April. What does a win for Jada King here do, especially after April coming off of an openweight championship match?
I mean, look, oh my god, German suplex tied her up. After coming off of that openweight championship match, April's got to be frustrated. And I'm not sure if that's going to cloud her judgment or make her offense even more devastating against Jada King. It looks like perhaps in the beginning stages she was a little bit surprised. Obviously had not scouted a lot of Jada King's moveset. But now she seems to have taken over a little bit. Maybe April's experience is going to be the thing that gets her the victory in this matchup.
Now we see Jada King kick out right there. Oh, but April misses with that knee as Jada King is able to roll through. But hold on, Jada King possibly going for something big. She's got her up on the shoulders. And she just plants her down right there in front of her.
Nailing her with the Harlem Heartache, looking for the 1-2-3, but April able to lay the shoulder up just in time. That was a close one. And now
that Harlem Heartache is definitely one of Jada King's strongest maneuver, if not the strongest. But she's able to just pick up April and plant the knees right there to the lower back. And now Jada King is just showing off for the crowd.
And now whipping her into the corner there, looking to follow up. Oh my goodness, shoulder tackle right to the back. A crushing impact to April's spine. Oh, but following up with that high kick, and now looking to take over with that running clutch hip attack. And she's got to be thinking about something big here. Looking to follow up on that momentum after hitting a big move like that. Oh, looking for that KO kick combination. But Jada King able to dodge out of the way. And now looking to follow up with that, oh my goodness, vicious eye rake.
Now there we see her go for the pinfall here. I don't think that's going to quite do enough, but we've seen crazier things here. Oh, but April is able to kick out right before the 3 count. And it looks like Jada King is setting up one more time for something massive, as she's got April up on her shoulders. The Harlem Heartache connects once again, goes for the pinfall, and that could be all she wrote as the referee gets in position 2. And that is it. Jada King continues her path of dominance from Genesis to right here on Nemesis.
The winner of the match, the Queen of Hell, Jada King.
Jada King scoring that huge victory over April. And April, maybe going on another losing streak after taking that loss to Marilyn Benson and now one to Jada King. Things are not looking good for April, but they could not be looking brighter for Jada King as she makes her main roster debut here on Nemesis. Congratulations to Miss King.
And she also defeated a former contender. That's something that you can't really just... Hold on. Ryan Quinn coming out here.
What does he have to say?
He looks a little bit dejected here.
Well, you know what? He failed last week, and he better have a good excuse. I took a big risk signing him to Star Jammer LLC. And you know what? I'm still waiting to see, my investment pay off.
Well, it doesn't look like it's going to. This is possibly the most regretful I've ever seen Ryan Quinn. This is definitely a new look for him.
Well, I'm sure he's going to talk about how much he regrets wasting all that time outside of Star Jammer LLC.
as he takes a deep breath right there. Now he's grabbing the microphone. Well, I guess we're going to hear from Ryan Quinn himself.
I can't believe I actually thought joining Starjammer LLC would get me where I once was. After seeing their actions last week, I'm going to do things the right way. I'm going to do things the way they were meant to be done.
Give me that microphone! Are you kidding me? Are you joking right now? I don't think you understand the gravity of what you're doing. I gave you a chance, Mr. Quinn. I extended to you an opportunity that you've been begging for. An opportunity that half the people back there in that locker room have been begging for. An opportunity to join the hottest brand in all of CWL, Starjammer LLC. I took a chance on you, Mr. Quinn. I was charitable. You lay broken at my feet after Mr. Del Gaiso and I destroyed you at the Nemesis Super Show, and I still offered you the chance of a lifetime. You've already sold your soul to the devil, pal, and I don't do refunds. Think of what you've decided to throw away. The power, the prestige, all because you want to do things the right way. Let me tell you exactly what the right way is, Mr. Quinn. The right way is the way that gets you the money. The right way is the way that gets you the championships. Honor? Respect? Those are excuses from losers who couldn't cut it in the big leagues, or the stars of yesterday who just couldn't keep up anymore. And quite frankly, Mr. Quinn, I'm starting to think you're the latter. You had a good run at the top, but that spark that I thought I saw in you, it lies cold among the dying embers of your once astronomical potential. You want out of Starjammer LLC? Fine. Once again, I will be charitable. You are now released from your Starjammer LLC contract. But there's a bit of an exit fee you have to pay, and the only currency we're currently accepting is blood. You see, Mr. Del Gaiso was very unhappy when you managed to get a leg up on him the other week on Nemesis. You spent hours working on that Quinn shot, an almost unbeatable weapon. It's won you title after title, and it won you a victory over the fastest rising superstar in CWL, Mr. Rodrigo Del Gaiso. But at Merry Mayhem, you won't be able to rely on the Quinn shot to get you a victory. No, you'll have to be a bit more creative than that, because at Merry Mayhem, you'll be going one-on-one with Rodrigo Del Gaiso in a submission match. Happy holidays, Mr. Quinn. I hope you're happy with your decision.
Wait, did Jay Scott really just fire Ryan Quinn from Starjammer LLC? Like, that's one of the best talents you have in your entire company, and you're just gonna fire him like that? Like, are you kidding me? Jay Scott, I know we do commentary together, my dude, but come on. Why are you going to get rid of one of your best talents like that?
All right, I'm back. Why am I going to get rid of one of my best talents? That's the best talent that destroyed our undefeated tag team streak. All right, that's the best talent that's complaining about being given the best opportunity available to him in CWL, all right? Where's my suit?
I think you ripped it off when you walked up there, but... Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, upcoming next, we have the two next entrants into the championship match. These two, it's very, very personal, and I can't wait for them to go at it once again.
The following match is set for one fall. Introducing first, weighing 225 pounds, from Detroit, Michigan, Drake Harrison.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Drake Harrison once again making his way to the ring, and we talk about April hoping the lightning strikes twice. I can guarantee you Drake Harrison is looking for the exact same opportunity, because if we look at last year, Merry Mayhem, this is exactly what happened. Multiple man match. Guru Katak's the champion. Drake Harrison walked in and then walked out the Nemesis champion. Will he be able to do it again, or is history not going to repeat itself?
And his opponents, Samuel Black.
And here comes the man who's been making Drake Harrison's life hell over the past couple of weeks, Samuel Black. Jeez, I mean, look, Drake has been experiencing, a little bit of darkness in his life recently. He's been conflicted, I've noticed. He's had this whole thing going on with, Rex. I've heard he's been talking about a lot. But the thing about Samuel Black is that he was born in the darkness. He didn't just adopt it, all right? And when he saw the light, it was blinding. And now he's looking to make an emphatic statement about that here in this match tonight.
I see you like your movies there, Jay Scott.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As we gear up for this matchup, as we know, these two men are going to be in that championship match. So this is more about their own little personal rivalry that they've had over who's the true Detroit hero. And now, honestly, Samuel Black has not had the best luck against Drake Harrison lately. And he hasn't had the best luck overall lately, having lost to Warboy Crom not too long ago. So we're going to have to see if he's able to bring the fight, or if it's going to be the same Samuel Black that just kind of gets, I guess, caught by everything.
Look, he is looking to have the fire rise on Drake Harrison here tonight with kind of this flurry of powerful offense that he has at his disposal. This is a hulking individual who's basically putting everything he has on the line here. And I guess you could say that over the past couple of weeks, he's just been the bane of Drake Harrison's existence. And looking at once again embody that kind of identity with that swinging neck breaker.
Oh, and he's just swinging the smaller man over to the center of the ring. Samuel Black is definitely showing his power here, and this is something that we didn't see much from him in that first match against Drake Harrison.
And look at that vicious neck crank. What some excellent torque there.
The punches begin raining down right there. Drake Harrison now is in a tough spot here as that big clothesline connects. This Samuel Black definitely looks a lot different than the one we've seen before.
I mean, look, he's really just embodying a lot of power here, but Drake Harrison able to catch him with that big bulldog. Now, these two are really, I mean, they are almost tearing this arena apart, and I expect to fight at least one of them in the wreckage. Boom! Firing up again with another bulldog. And wrenching on the neck there, putting pressure on the throat. Samuel Black, a big man, he needs, I've said it before, all the wind he can get to power up that strength if he wants to especially lock in that mandible claw.
It's not Drake Harrison right there. Starts to get in control of this matchup. It looks like Samuel Black was gonna start getting caught, but no, instead, that big back body drop. And now this suplex right there by Samuel Black. Again, this is a completely different Samuel Black than we've seen before.
I completely agree. Look, in their past contests, Drake Harrison has really been in charge. But you look at this matchup right now, and you got to be asking, does Drake Harrison feel in charge right now? And the answer has got to be no, as Samuel Black follows up with that huge butterfly suplex, and he's not done.
Samuel Black setting up for another slam right there. Plants Drake Harrison, and this is, again, Samuel Black is just bringing the fight to Drake Harrison like never before.
And hold on, but Drake Harrison, with Samuel Black able to catch him with that gut kick. And now, full Nelson face breaker.
As he now goes for the pinfall. Is this going to be it? Has Samuel Black defeated Drake Harrison? Oh my God, Samuel Black just absolutely decimated Drake Harrison here in this matchup.
And clawing his way into that Nemesis Championship matchup. What a statement from Samuel Black. I mean, really something to take a look at here.
Can you imagine if Samuel Black becomes the next Nemesis champion at Merry Mayhem?
I gotta be honest, it would be very interesting to see.
The winner of the match, Samuel Black.
As now Samuel Black celebrates that victory over Drake Harrison. These two men now stand at 1-1 apiece in singles matches. They're going to meet once again at Merry Mayhem in that 8-man match with the championship on the line. And I'm pretty sure I can guarantee you that this is going to be the future. If either of those two men win, we're going to see a tiebreaker with that championship on the line.
But, oh, look, following up, we've got General Nemesis Alexander and Connor Gates. The winner of this will also be in that Nemesis Championship match, as you said earlier. I'm pretty excited to see how this one goes down. General Nemesis, he deserves a lot of respect, all right? He's been walking around here, and people have not been giving him the respect that he deserves.
Well, we're about to find out if that respect is going to be the one that gets him to that championship match. This is for the final spot at Merry Mayhem.
The following match is the main event of Nemesis. Introducing first, weighing 245 pounds, from New York City, General Nemesis Alexander.
And stand to attention, Mr. Chairman. This is General Nemesis. I'm saluting him right now.
I mean, I don't know why. This guy's a madman. He's crazy.
He's a madman? He rose through the ranks, all right? He was a Captain Nemesis, and then he was a Lieutenant Nemesis, and now he's General Nemesis. And quite frankly, he earned it. He has fought long and hard for this brand and this brand alone, and he deserves our respect. General Nemesis, I salute you.
And his opponent, weighing 210 pounds, from Dudley, England, Connor Gates.
And the man from the West Midlands, I think. I don't know. That's in London, right?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, but it's all the same, really. Looking to shake things up. A bit of this is like the Revolutionary War, but reversed, all right? The British guy is fighting for independence for Nemesis from General Nemesis, but quite frankly, his quest, it's ill-fated, all right? Because General Nemesis, he's fighting for the truth. He's fighting for what's right. And this miscreant, Connor Gates, okay, I hope he gets his butt kicked here by General Nemesis as he follows up.
It's going to be interesting to see here what happened to this matchup, because as we know, Connor Gates has truly just been the thorn at Alexander's side throughout this whole ordeal. Alexander was undefeated on Nemesis for the entirety of year 3. And now Connor Gates has actually given him 3 losses here on Nemesis. So this has been a little bit more personal for Alexander, if you will.
Those wins, okay, they're disgusting. They're dishonest, and quite frankly, they're disrespectful. Because General Nemesis is here to fix things, okay? And the least Connor Gates could do is lay down for the man who's trying to lead this brand into the future, okay? Because General Nemesis is progress. General Nemesis is the future. General Nemesis is what's happening. Connor Gates is irrelevant, okay? Connor Gates is the past. I don't care how many wins he has over General Nemesis. Because Alexander is here to lead. Connor Gates is just here to destroy.
And now as we see this matchup start, get a little bit more heated, Alexander has never had a championship opportunity for a singles match, for a singles title. He's strictly been a tag team contender. Connor Gates himself has actually had one former championship match for the Nemesis Championship. And now here they are, one step away from the biggest championship opportunity of their careers. Now, with that kind of added pressure, who do you think is going to walk away from this matchup?
I think that is very interesting. I gotta say, it's really a coin toss, all right? These two both have versatile and destructive movesets. They are both, have a lot of animosity towards each other, and they both want that Nemesis Heavyweight Championship. So I would not be surprised with a victory from either of these men, but if I had to pick, I would go with the paragon of purity, General Nemesis.
Well, here we see Mr. General Nemesis, as you call him, start to possibly lay up all the attack on Connor Gates, but Connor Gates was able to counter it as again, Connor Gates has just had all the number right there for Alexander. Non-stop punches, lefts and rights, as Connor Gates now connects with the kick right there, and now with that hanging leg drop.
Leave his face alone. He needs that mouth to make speeches.
Alexander's able to kick out.
Oh my god, the twisted view. Nailing Alexander right in the jaw with that spinning forearm, and now looking to follow up with something huge. Oh my goodness, I hope he's not going for that. Oh, he is. He's going for that code bled. Nailed it.
This is actually what put away Alexander, the tag team match with TJ Black, as Connor Gates just advanced to Merry Mayhem. Oh, Alexander managed to kick out.
Barely able to get that shoulder up. That is exactly what I would expect from our General Nemesis. Battling through adversity to deliver the purity of his message, the truth of what he has to offer to all of the peons out there in the CWL audience. And stomping on the face. You know, grinding the boot right into the kind of disrespectful cur that is Connor Gates here.
The Yorktown Facebuster, though, could have absolutely put Connor Gates in a very bad spot, as Connor Gates was actually able to get right back up and now continue the attack on Alexander. We know usually Alexander follows that Yorktown Facebuster with the Revolution, but Connor Gates was ready, and he was not allowing it to happen.
Tying him up with that straitjacket hold, that is not where you want to be if you're Alexander right now. You want to be following up with the momentum from that Yorktown Facebuster, heading the Revolution, wrenching on the neck of Connor Gates, but Connor Gates able to take over. I mean, locking him up with this extremely tactical maneuver.
As now Connor Gates looks to celebrate possibly an early victory right there. After kicking out of the code bled, I can guarantee you Connor Gates is looking for something new here, because the last two times these two have faced off, Connor Gates, all he had to do was deliver one code bled, and that was all she wrote. Now that Alexander was able to kick out of one, it looks like Connor Gates is really going to have to dig deep into the well to try and find out what he can do to put away Alexander. Oh, here it is! He went down in flames! That is Connor Gates' old finishing maneuver! Has he actually just put away Alexander with the down in flames? No!
No! General Nemesis is just too resilient to be taken down by a move like that. But now, oh no, Alexander, watch out! Alexander, watch out! He's going for the code bled! You gotta get out of there! No, no, no! He's locked him up, and he's gonna drive the knees right to the chest! Oh god, what a devastating maneuver! No, 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 don't go for the pinfall! Ref, stop counting! Do someone! Someone do something! Get him out of there! Oh, thank god! Oh, thank god Alexander was able to kick out.
What is Alexander made of? The fact that he just kicked out of two code bleds and a down in flames. That just shows right there what this match means to Alexander. He does not want to take another loss to Connor Gates here on the big stage of Nemesis.
You are absolutely right. Look, he is driven by the truth of his ideals, all right? He is a committed individual, unlike Connor Gates, who, look, is Connor Gates a tremendous athlete? Is he, oh, hold on. It looks like Alexander is looking to go for something iconic of his own, looking for that CWL special, and he nails it on the outside. My God, Connor Gates, as tough as an athlete as he is, as hardcore a competitor as he is, it's going to be hard for him to overcome a CWL suplex like that. But hold on, nailing the elbow right above the knee and following up. Oh, Connor Gates following with one of his own. These two are just trading blows on the outside. You can tell how much they hate each other. My God.
And I was actually about to mention what happens if there's a countout here. Wait, hold on. Is Connor Gates going to take out a countout victory?
A win is a win is a win, but I hope the General Nemesis can get in there. There we go. Picking him up across the shoulders and following up with that spinning driver.
Oh, but Connor Gates is managing to pick up the leg and do that kick right there to Alexander. And once again, the twisted view. Connor Gates in prime position to pick up a victory here. He's got Alexander down. 2. But no, Alexander still able to kick out.
So resilient is Alexander. My goodness. Oh, but looks like Connor Gates is looking to set him up. Oh, cattle mutilation has it locked in.
Twisting on the arms and the neck as much as he can. Alexander just trying to do what he can to survive. I don't know if he's going to have enough in him. Oh, but hold on. As I say that, he's able to flip it over and connects with a kick to the back of the head.
He was, as you were able to say so eloquently, do the kick there. and now picking him up for another Yorktown facebuster. Arm drag takeover from Connor Gates. He is not willing to let this matchup go. He has delivered so much signature offense to Alexander, and he is ready to hold on to the last threads of this matchup and pull it home and get himself in that elimination match for the Nemesis Heavyweight Championship. Oh my goodness, looking for that huge lariat, but Alexander able to toss him to the outside. Connor Gates has got to get back in here if he wants to win this match. And following it up, oh, hold on. He's looking to make Alexander choke on the ashes here. You got to get out of there, Alexander.
Alexander in a very bad spot here, and that's going to be it. Connor Gates has tapped out General Nemesis, and he beats him once again, and now he moves on to the championship match at Merry Mayhem. What a back and forth contest by these two, as Alexander and Connor Gates just put on one hell of a match to prove that Connor Gates was indeed the better man, and now he can finally forge ahead, move on to Merry Mayhem, and quite possibly capture the Nemesis Championship in that 8-man elimination match. Congratulations, Connor Gates. What a hell of a performance.
The winner of the main event, Connor Gates.
Once again, congratulations to Connor Gates as he moves on to Merry Mayhem for that championship match. But Jay, we got one more thing to do here tonight. And according to Olivia Bodum, you better get your tissues ready because we're about to say goodbye to Selena Adams' career.
I am not going to shed a single tear as the Fatal Vices put an end to Selena Adams' career. I mean, look, I brought a little Kleenex pack if you want it, Mr. Chairman.
Nah, I think I should be good. I think Olivia Bodum is a bit full of herself, if we're being perfectly honest. But it kind of started making me worry a little bit when I did see that tweet from Selena Adams claiming that she quits. She was such a bright star just 2 years ago, and honestly, I don't know what's going on here, but Olivia Bodum is going to explain more about the situation, I guess.
She's been beaten down. She was tapped out with her own finisher. She was embarrassed. I expect her to quit. Olivia Bodum, that's a well-earned retirement for Selena Adams. Congratulations, Olivia Bodum.
Well, here we see Olivia Bodum dressed in all black, obviously paying her respects to Selena Adams, as that is the color that people normally wear to funerals. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely too sure. This somber music playing throughout the arena with the piano and everything, it kind of gives me a sick feeling. But we're about to hear from Olivia Bodum, and Miss Bodum, the floor is yours.
Many times I've tried to tell you, many times I've cried alone. Always I'm surprised how well you cut my feelings to the bone. Don't wanna leave you really invested too much time to give you up that easy to the doubts that complicate your mind. We belong to the light, we belong to the thunder, we belong to the sound of the words we've both fallen under. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better.
Oh, hold on. Here comes Selena Adams. Maybe her retirement was a bit overstated. Oh, Poison Mist! Poison Mist to Olivia Bodom, the very move that Olivia Bodom used on her, and following up with that series of devastating strikes right to the face. Mr. Chairman, I thought Selena Adams was dead and buried.
That's what we were told. That's what the Twitter said. Hold on. Now Selena connects with that spear right there. What? So does Selena not quit? What is happening here?
You can't just unquit. That's not the rules. That's not how wrestling works. When you retire, you stay retired. That's how it's always been in wrestling.
Well, now Selena's bringing the fight to Olivia Bodom as she always does. This is the most fired up Selena I have ever seen before. Olivia Bodom has really woken a demon inside of Selena Adams, as I guess that's what the Fatal Vices want. They want to bring out the worst in people, but they made a mistake when they messed with Selena Adams.
This is completely unfair. This is not what Olivia Bodom was expecting at all. Can you give me even one example of a time in wrestling where someone has retired and then unretired? It's never happened. This is unprecedented, and quite frankly, I despise it. I think that Olivia Bodom should absolutely destroy Selena Adams right now. Someone get the rest of the Fatal Vices out here. This is an unlawful assault.
Well, now we see Selena go behind the curtain. Oh, she's setting up a table here. I guess she's going to want to continue the assault here on Olivia Bodom.
Well, I mean, look, she has a lot of animosity towards Olivia Bodom right now. Of course, she's been in this blood feud with the Fatal Vices, but I think a table might just be too far.
And now she picks up Olivia Bodom. She just grabs her by the head and sends her towards the table there. As maybe she's going to try and send Olivia Bodom. I'm sorry, I'm a little flustered here. Set Olivia Bodom up on the table here.
Completely understandable, Mr. Chairman. I mean, we did not expect to see Selena Adams here tonight. I'm a little confused myself, but quite frankly, we need some officials out here.
Hold on. Now, what is she trying to do here? She just set up Olivia Bodom on the table, and now she's going behind the curtain. Hold on. There seems to be a bit of a commotion back there. We're trying to get you guys visual here to know exactly what's going on.
Where's she going?
Oh my God! What's doing?
No! Not from the lighting rig up there. That's unsafe. That's unprecedented. Don't do it. Don't do it.
That is like 40 feet in the air. What is Selena Adams doing?
No! Moonsault through the table from the top of the Titantron. Oh my God! Disgusting offense from Selena Adams. What a way to end the show.